it's Todd McFarlane here. Just letting you know, we want to thank you for coming to tonight's premiere. And, yeah, you gotta check out my newest series, Spore. He's a super cool hero. But anyway, I'm gonna let this guy get to talking about his stuff. He's doing some Apex figs. I didn't design these. If I would have, there would have been mushrooms on them. Anyway, enjoy.
What's going on, comrades? It's your Supreme Leader Aaron here, and today for Outside the Box. Ooh, I've got a nice collection here. I have all 6 of the now released Apex figures. Oh my god, look at that. It's all 6. I was really fortunate to find like a lot of these. I found like 2 of them at Walmart, and you can tell I found them at Walmart because they aren't numbered like the other ones. The other ones are numbered. Now, I found the 2 at Walmart for not a bad price. They were in the clearance section. These really weren't selling that well, which is kind of ironic considering the fact it's a really popular game. But I've got all 6 of the first wave, and I'm ready to get these out of the box. So let's go ahead and get them out of the box, and let's get started with figure number 1, which is Wraith. Now, it tells you a little bit about Wraith on the back of the box here. And it's really cool. Like, tells you her age, her name, her home world. Her name is Renee Blassie. She's 32, and she's from Typhon. She has the Into the Void and Voices from the Void and Dimensional Rift are her abilities. She has 25 points of articulation. So I'm going to go ahead and get her out of the box now. I'm super excited about this because this is one of my favorite, like, support characters to actually. I don't play as her, but I love this. I love to have her on my team because she really does a lot of good support, especially with that Void Rift. God, getting away from enemies real quick with that is super awesome. All right, so right off the rip, she comes with what looks. I think this is a Prowler. Yeah, she comes with a P2020, an R45, and a Prowler. Let's get her out of the clamshell here. She's in there good too. Like, I love the fact that they didn't rubber band her to it. Oh, they did a rubber band her feet, but that's easy to get her free. Let me get them weapons out too, because guys, this is phenomenal. I love this. This is super easy to get her in and out of stuff. But she comes with the, like I said, the P2020, the RE5, the RE45, and the Prowler. So right off the rip, I've got the P2020 right there. That's a tiny P. That is like your starter. All of her stuff here. This is the RE45, and then the Prowler. Ooh, I'm a fiend for that Prowler, by the way, guys. That Prowler is like one of my favorite submachine guns to use. Right off the rip, let's look at this figure a little bit here. I'm going to bring it a little closer so y'all can kind of see the detail there. Cover up my face a little bit with her. She's going to get whitewashed a little bit. I apologize. But let me bring her back a little bit so it focuses. But you can see here, I mean, detail-wise, she's very well detailed. Joints look really good. I love the pack on the back of her here. It's actually molded to her. She has a peg here for any weapon you want to put on her. I was trying to see if they had like a special place to put it, but I guess you kind of just hang it up on her back like that. You can just hang up a part on her like that. And I'm looking to see how they got the Prowler. I can't talk today. Looking to see how they got that Prowler on her, and it looks like it's just kind of on there. So you can kind of put the Prowler on her. They have like a notch there, which I think is where the Prowler goes in. But that peg's a little flimsy. I don't like the way that's kind of flimsy. There we go. Kind of hang the Prowler up there on her back so that she can just pull it instantly. As far as putting the guns in her hand, I want to see how well that goes in. How well they go in. Because, you know, I'm a stickler for things like ease of play. And I want to try to get the gun in her hand if I can. Okay, so noticing right off the rip, she's got a good wrist joint there, and you can kind of tilt the wrist to, you know, a little more inward, a little bit outward. It's really good. Head's on a swivel. Can it look up? No, it can't really look up or down. Detail on the eyes is pretty good. I love that they've given her the void eyes, kind of those pale white eyes that she has. Yeah, that's not a bad figure. The hips are swivel. The hips are on a swivel as well, or the thighs are on a swivel. Knee joint is a click joint and double click joint. She has the toe joint like a McFarlane figure, which is really cool. And these are actually made by Jakks Pacific, so not a bad company. They usually make some pretty decent like figures for like video games and stuff like that. So that's actually a really good wraith. Alright, so next up on the list I have number 2, which I'm guessing this is number 2. Again, they didn't really number these. I'm going to put her back in the box there, because I want to kind of keep these boxes the best I can so that I can keep my figures kind of loose in the box like that for right now. So next up we have this is my secondary, guys. Like, if I can't play my main, which is Caustic, I tend to be Pathfinder. He really is one of my favorite characters to really kind of go out and play as. So I'm super excited about this one. This is actually the first figure I bought, and I bought this one at Walmart like months ago, and I've shown him off a couple of times, but I want to get him out of the box today. I had to pick up my chair a little bit. This thing has got like such a weak piston in it, and I don't like it. I love the chair, I just don't like the piston. Alright, so he comes with some heavy stuff here. He's got the Havoc R301 carbine, and they didn't mention another weapon here. Oh, I think I know why. The other weapon there is actually his, like, grappling. No, his grappling hook's on his wrist. I don't know what that is then. So they give you the Havoc, and then they give you one other. They give you one other weapon there. Oh, the Havoc and the R301. Never mind. Oh, I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna get those weapons out first, and then I'll get my buddy Pathfinder out. Oh, he is in that clamshell good. Now, did they seal him in? No, they didn't seal him in good at all there. That's good. I like that. I like whenever they're easier to get out of the clamshell. Right off the rip, I love this design, guys. He looks really, really good. Oh, he's on all kinds of ball joints too. Like, this is super awesome. One of the cool things I like is, I don't know if you can see it too well, because it's, you know, these things usually don't show up on camera, and it's not, but he has one of those like special, I can't remember the word, but it's one of those pictures that it's two pictures basically together, and then once you get it in certain lighting, it changes the wording. So I'm trying to see if I can get the KO. There it goes. You can kind of see where it says KO there, and then he smiles. So I'll bring that a little closer so you can kind of see KO, sad face. His points of articulation are really good. Like, I like this figure. He's really posable too. I like that. As far as it goes running wise though, I don't see where he's going to be too posable. Because, like, if you want to pose him, you're going to have to kind of, like, go up against this right here, this little jetpack on him. So that makes it a little hard to pose him completely. His knees are almost oh no, they're double jointed. It's double jointed knees. His foot has got an interesting articulation to it. Not a bad little figure. I like that. So let me kind of bring him up a little closer so you can kind of see a detailed view of him. I mean, that's really, really nice looking. He looks really nice. So this is another good figure. Now let's bring up the weapons here. Looking to see if how he's going to hold the weapon here, because I mean, you almost have to, like, I guess this one just kind of sits on his back. Again, he's got that weird peg on his back, which I don't mind that, but that's kind of an interesting design there. Lord, someone's lighting up my phone tonight. Oh yeah, I got a premiere coming out in an hour. That's why. I'm filming this on a Thursday, which is usually when I premiere these outside the boxes. But you can put a weapon in his hand if you can kind of get his hand open wide enough. Almost lost that. There, we'll put that there so you can kind of see it. But see, that's the car. That's the R31, and here's the Havoc, and that Havoc looks nice, guys. That looks really well detailed. So these aren't bad. These aren't bad items here to come with these toys. All right, so let's get him back in his packaging for right now. So I want to try to keep them with their packaging for right now till I can, like I said, till I can get moved and situated in my new set and get my figures back in their respective homes. Next up, we have Bloodhound. I love Bloodhound. This was going to be one of my original mains, and then, like, I never really played with it much. Oh, by the way, the skills that they let you know about are grappling hook, insider knowledge, and the zipline gun. I love Pathfinder. Pathfinder's, and he's got such a cheery disposition. Bloodhound has Eye of the Allfather, Tracker, and Beast of the Hunt. Beast of the Hunt makes that game so much more fun. He's got the same 25 points of articulation. He comes with the Peacekeeper, shotgun, and a Raven, which is really cool because he does have, like, you know, that Pathfinder has this big, like, Norse characteristic to him, or to it, really, to them. I can't really say he or she, because there's nothing really known about Pathfinder. The voice actress is a voice actress, and they've already said that, like, you know, as far as details go on the character, like, they're an unknown. Like, there's nothing real known. There's no name, no age, and no homeworld. However, we do know that Pathfinder was Marvin. He really wants to know his age too, and he's trying to find that out about where he's from. I love that. I love that. I love Bloodhound. Like I said, Bloodhound's one of my favorite characters, and I even like the fact that that Bloodhound has, you know, a little bit of mystique behind them. And I'll use the they them pronouns for that character right now, just because we don't know anything, you know, and I'm trying to learn more about all of that. I want to be as respectful as possible, so, you know. Let's see. So here's the Peacekeeper shotgun. Now I think you can't really pose this character with the Peacekeeper. You can put it on the back though. And that Raven kind of sits on one of the arms, so you just kind of have to, like, you can pose Pathfinder with, or Bloodhound with the Raven. Oh wow, that dropped, and then my chair dropped at the same time. It's not working for me today, guys. Those paws on that Raven are a little bit tight, or a little bit loose. So you're gonna have to pose it while it's sitting, I guess. I don't know. It's just not wanting to work for me. But here, I'll see if I can put the Raven on a hand there or something. But anyway, so here's the Raven. I'll just show it to you because it's not wanting to sit. It's not a bad little figure there. There's the Peacekeeper on the back. But this figure is really well detailed. I love the details in these. These are really good. Joint-wise, there's a lot of flexibility here. And this character is very loose, which gives me a little bit of posability, but that also slows down posability at the same time. I love the fact that this one comes with the Peacekeeper. The Peacekeeper is like one of my second favorite shotguns behind the what is the one I usually use? I usually use the semi-automatic one. But yeah, there's Bloodhound, and I mean, I'll show you one more time. And I mean, I got $4 off of that because it was in the basically the what little bit of a clearance aisle my Walmart has. But here, I'll bring it closer so y'all can kind of get a good look at them and see what's going on there. It's not a bad design character. Alright, so next up, let me reset my chair real quick, guys. Really need to get that fixed. I really need to find a piston for this chair. Next up, we have Revenant. Revenant's real name is unknown, age unknown, and Revenant comes from Solus. His tactical is Silence, his passive is Stalker, and his ultimate is Death Totem. Now this is part of Wave 2 of Series 1. I'm kind of upset that Gibraltar and Caustic, part of the original group, weren't included in the wave for right now. I know that I've heard their figures are coming, but right now I know they're making all of the thinner figures right now. At least I haven't found a Caustic or a Gibraltar anywhere. But we have another hand. And let's see, he comes with Death Totem, another hand, and a longbow. So you can change out his hand if you need to. That's really cool. I want to break out that Death Totem and show that to y'all too. My question is, how good is this Death Totem? Like, it's Jakks Pacific, so I know that they don't really work a whole lot on their items. Let's free him from this clamshell. And I'll show off the figure first, then I'll show off the items. So right off the rip, posability, he's kind of posable. I'm trying to see which hand that's going to be. That's going to be this hand over here. So I guess I can just pull the hand off and then put the new hand on. Put that hand over there for right now. I want to kind of show off that hand first. But posability, he is a little bit stiffer than the other figures. Detail-wise, he looks really good. And I love the fact that they've included like some metal joints there. He has that true skeleton cyborg look that Reaper or Revenant has. I want to say Reaper, but like I'm waiting for like a good Mirage fig. I'm waiting for a good Caustic fig. I'm waiting for all of the rest of them. Like I want to see all of those released. But here I have his basic hand right here, and then here's the sorry guys, I've got like a weird reflux going on today. That's why if you hear me doing that gasp, that's just me trying to like get it free. Or get the whatever that is in there free. Huh, okay, so that's a DMR hand. So as you can see, it's not bad looking, it's kind of pointy. And here is his longbow sniper rifle, which I want to see if I can get him to hold it. Shouldn't be too hard. There we go. There's the longbow there. Again, he's got the peg on his back, so you can put the gun there if you want to pose it with the gun kind of up and on the back. They don't really pose too well though, which is kind of a bummer for me. Like the gun just kind of sits wherever you turn the figure. And finally we have the Death Totem here, which looks really cool. I mean, that's really nice. That's really nice for like a rubber figure there, and I like the Death Totem as an ult. It's really good. So all together, let me bring him a little closer so y'all can see him one more time in detail. And we've got two more figures after this. So let's get him back in his home, in his permanent home. Well, not permanent home, but his home until he gets moved. Alright, and next up we have figure number 5 in the series, which is, ooh, this is cool. This is a Wraith in the Voidwalker Wraith. This is a whole different Wraith that we hadn't seen before. This is like This is actually one of the new skins that you can unlock. I think you can unlock this one. I can't remember how you can unlock it. I think it was like a specialty skin that you could. Oh, I gotta put his hand. I gotta put what's his Revenant's other hand back in the box. Totally forgot to do that. Oops. So let's get her out of the clamshell and let's take a look at her. Again, this is the same character as the first one. She has the same abilities, which is, you know, Into the Void, Voices from the Void, and Dimensional Rift. But this time she comes with an Alternator, a Hemlock, and a Burst AR, which are all heavy weapons. So they changed her up from the light weapons to the heavy weapons here. So there's the Alternator. Really good SMG right there if you want to do quick damage. There is the Hemlock Burst. We're going to go ahead and get her out of the case here. I love this color palette on her. And I think Jen would love this color on her too. That metallic purple helmet. That looks really cool. Now, I don't know if it does any kind of moving. It doesn't look like it does. It looks like it's kind of on there. Her peg's bent on her back, which is kind of a bummer. But, and that's what I don't like about the Jakks Pacific figures. You can kind of see it right there. That it's bent, so you got to kind of be careful that you don't break it, but you got to bend it almost back in place. Let's put the rifle on there real quick, or the Alternator, I guess. The Alternator is the one that goes on her back. Let me look at the box. They show you which one can go on the back. Yeah, it looks like the Alternator is the one that goes on her back there, and you give her the Hemlock. The Hemlock choke. I'm really screwing up my words today, guys, and I apologize. I can just drop the Hemlock on the freaking ground. And there you go, you got her posing with it. Now let's bring her up a little closer so y'all can see some details there. They're going to be a little blurry, like I said. I'm waiting on getting a better mic. But detail-wise, I mean, that is a really good detailed figure. I'll bring her back a little bit. And posability, she's got the same kind of posability. Jakks Pacific does the same as kind of like McFarlane and other groups like that, where they give you a toe joint to kind of pose her like stepping on something. She has a number right there by her ankle, which looks a little weird. I don't remember seeing that anywhere, but posability, she does have, you know, several joints that are there that'll make things make her posable. She has a bicep joint. She's on a click joint, feels like, for the shoulder. Those shoulder pads kind of stop it from being a full click joint. She almost looks like a Destiny character there too. I mean, it really does look. This suit looks really good on her. I like this. Now, the final character that I have here today for y'all. Let me set her off to the side here. Is one of my all-time favorite, like, comical characters, which is Octane. Now, Octane is Octavio Silva. He's 24. He's actually one of the youngest members of this team at 24 years old. His abilities are Stem, which means he can, you know, get himself really going faster at the cost of some health. He has Swift Mend, which means he heals quicker than the rest. And then he has the launch pad as his ultimate, which you could really mess up someone's day with that launch pad. If you're getting attacked and you have that ult and you just toss it right out, oh, can you make someone's day bad? It also helps with, like, getting away quickly. If you need to get somewhere quickly, that launch pad does a lot of good real quick. Alright, so let's get him out of the box. Right off the rip, there's that launch pad. Now I'm going to show y'all something cool about this launch pad here in a second. He comes with the launch pad and I'm guessing a... Oh, God, that's going to tear that up. An RE45 looks like? Yeah, he comes with an RE45 with the Bengal paint. So I'll show that off in just a second. I love that Bengal paint design. I love whenever you can put, like, bright colors like oranges and yellows on a weapon. I think that looks I think sometimes that looks really futuristic and really cool. Alright, so we're getting him out of his clamshell here. You can see here that he's got some pretty awesome joints there. He's got the thigh swivel. His hip joints kind of give him a little bit more playability there. And I'll turn him so y'all can kind of see that too from that angle. I love his headset here. I love his mask here. He's always got a really cool mask. Arm posability, he's a little bit less flexible than the others because of these hoses here. But I get that. Oh my god. Is that a My Hero Academia reference? I never noticed that he has a My Hero Academia reference. Plus Ultra on his wrists. Or on his arm there. That's really cool. I like that. He's got kind of a... I mean, the details are really there for him. Because, you know, this is basically a sculpt of him. And he's really, really... I mean, he's really articulate, guys. Like, he's got... I think he's still got the same 25 points as everybody else. But, let's put him on that jump pad real quick. I want to show y'all how that looks. See if I can not drop everything today. Let's see. I want to get him looking like he's about to launch himself. Oh, that's so hard to work on. There we go. Let's kick that knee up there. There. So you can kind of pose him on that stand. Tilt him forward a little bit. And there you go. You've got a good stand off of this. That makes a really good stand altogether. Or you can pose him, if you want to, you can actually pose him with this as his stand. That is super cool. I love that. I love the fact that the jump pad's included. So that's really cool. Now let's put that RE45. Let's see if we can get that RE45 to fit in his hand. Alright, that looks like that's going to go in this hand over here. Looks like he's predominantly a right-hander when it comes to weapons. So I want to kind of get that in there if I can. Pose him with his weapon. There you go. We'll tilt that forward like that, like he's getting ready to launch and shoot at the same time. And yeah, that's a really good sculpt. I like that. His peg was actually pretty well protected too in the box. So let's get him back in his box now. Okay, I'm going to have to take him off the stand, looks like, because that stand does not sit comfortably there. But let me show you the stand one more time here, guys. I like the detail in this. It looks really close to what he actually throws out. And this is a great figure, guys. These are really good. Now, altogether, these figures ran close to about, I would say, base price on these was probably about $20 a piece. I found most of these on sale. I think I paid $13 for the Pathfinder, and I paid $14 for Bloodhound. Reaper was probably the Revenant was probably one of the more expensive pieces. He was at $20. The rest of these were all at $20. So I mean, it's not a bad price point. Not for six figures like that. And I got them actually fairly cheap I got most of these through Amazon, so they were also discounted on pricing as well. I found like people who were selling them off cheaper just because they're not a popular figure. So it's not too terribly priced there. But I mean, guys, they're great. Jakks Pacific really did a great job with these molds here. So I like these. And I love the artwork on the boxes too. You know, it really gives you like the look of how that character is supposed to look in the game. So yeah, that's it for today's video. By the way, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Y'all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of today's unboxing. Or would you like to see me unbox next? Y'all can click on that bell icon. That's going to keep you up to date with what we're doing, when we're doing it, and all that jazz. Check out the links in the description for all of my awesome friends' awesome works, as well as links to our merch shop and our affiliate No Name Nerd. You can go to our merch shop and buy some awesome merch for not bad prices, and proceeds from that, and part of the proceeds from those sales not only pay for the product, but they also help pay us as well. So go out there and buy some merch. Check it out. Support us. It help us grow. Also, check out our affiliate No Name Nerd, where you can get discounts on their eShop, where you can buy some awesome esports gear, make your own merch shop, do all this fun stuff with them. And using the coupon code KouldbayneGames gets you a 10% discount. Again, that's a 10% discount on any purchase you make. So if you pay $100 for some items, you get that discount. That's $90 you're actually going to end up paying ultimately. So anyway, thank you. And again, thank y'all so much for watching. Much love, and das vidanya.